I began my minimalist journey in a time when I felt overwhelmed by the hustle and bustle of everyday living. I came to realize that simplicity did not mean a lack of excitement, but rather a deliberate choice to focus on life's essentials. As I cleared my space, I learned that removing clutter also removed unnecessary mental distractions, making room for creativity and deep self-reflection. My early experiences in minimalism were met with skepticism. People often presumed that reducing possessions and simplifying schedules led to a dull, colorless existence. But what I discovered was the exact opposite. Every element of a minimalist life held hidden layers of meaning, subtle pleasures, and an intrinsic beauty waiting to be unraveled. Every day, as I embraced a lifestyle of intentional choices and mindful actions, I found that even routine tasks became opportunities for exploration and introspection. Whether it was savoring the aroma of freshly brewed tea or watching the leaves dance in the wind, my journey led me to understand the profound joys contained within the ordinary. I would often reminisce about the days before this transformation, when life was cluttered with distractions, and the essence of being was overshadowed by constant external stimuli. In that chaos, genuine moments of happiness were scarce, drowned out by an incessant urge to do more. This narrative is not just about the simplicity of material things, but about the rich internal landscape one can cultivate by living with clarity and intention. I invite you to explore the deeper dimensions of minimalism with me, to see how what might first appear as boring is in fact a gateway to a more fulfilling and mindful way of living. My journey has revealed that simplicity holds the key to unlocking life's hidden wonders and deeper, more genuine pleasures. Stepping into the minimalist lifestyle, I encountered a common misconception shared by many who assumed that less inherently meant a less vibrant existence. Observing open, uncluttered spaces and routines, lacking the chaos of overscheduled days, I often heard whispers of boredom. The traditional standard of a bustling, busy life was equated with energy and excitement, leaving little room for the subtler forms of joy that a minimalist approach offers. I found that people fixated on visible activity, failing to recognize that true fulfillment often lies in the quiet moments of reflection and intentional living. It was in these moments that the beauty of minimalism revealed itself, challenging the notion that a life with fewer distractions and possessions could ever be dull. Over time, I realized that many individuals simply misunderstood the core philosophy of minimalism. For them, the absence of excessive material goods or a purely utilitarian routine suggested a resignation from life's inherent pleasures. They were accustomed to the constant barrage of notifications and the thrill of hurried experiences, viewing every quiet moment as a missed opportunity for adrenaline-fueled activity. This viewpoint, rooted in a preference for external stimulation, overshadowed the internal rewards of slowing down. In contrast, my journey taught me that minimalism is an invitation to a richer, more conscious experience, a chance to step back from life's frenzy, and to find solace in the simplicity of being present. The prevailing culture of consumerism has long celebrated the idea of having more as a measure of success. Media and society reinforce the belief that endless acquisition correlates with happiness and validation. I have seen that this mindset can lead to a perpetual cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. In a world saturated with options and constant invitations to indulge, the minimalist choice to hold only what is necessary might superficially seem like a form of deprivation. Yet, as I observed in my own life, minimalism liberates by clearing not just physical space, but also mental clutter. This liberation creates a foundation where the mind can engage with life on a deeper level, free from the exhausting demands of perpetual consumerism. It becomes evident that the perceived dullness is nothing but a temporary misunderstanding of a lifestyle that values quality over quantity. In my experience, the so-called boredom of minimalism often originates from an initial unfamiliarity with its pace and a mind conditioned to constant external excitement. I recalled times when a quiet room or a day with minimal tasks felt eerily empty, a gap compared to the endless demands of our modern world. However, as I grew more comfortable, those very gaps opened up space for new, unexpected joys. I began to appreciate the gentle rhythm of a well-crafted day and discovered that each simple moment carried within it an opportunity to sense life more vividly. This realization transformed my perspective, helping me to understand that minimalism is less about sacrificing excitement and more about cultivating a different kind of robust happiness. With time, I learned that the calm of a minimalist environment is exactly what it takes to make the heart truly listen. Reflecting on these insights, I now understand that minimalism is not an absence of life, but a canvas upon which one paints a unique portrait of meaningful moments. Every single element, from an uncluttered room to a slow, deliberate morning routine, is imbued with potential for profound joy. The more I embrace this lifestyle, the more I recognize that true vibrancy comes from within, igniting a subtle spark that transforms the mundane into beautiful experiences. This journey of rediscovery continuously inspires every step I take. When I began to truly immerse myself in minimalism, I discovered that excitement was not confined to the chaotic or extravagant. With fewer distractions, I started to notice the delicate interplay between light and shadow, the subtle warmth in a quiet afternoon, and the rich textures that often went unappreciated. The everyday became an open invitation for curiosity. Every simple element, from the sound of rain tapping on a window to the crisp feel of a handwritten note, revealed its own story, subtle yet profoundly moving. As the layers of clutter receded, a transformation within me began to take shape. The world seemed to slow down, allowing me to absorb moments in a way that was impossible before. A quiet morning with a steaming cup of coffee turned into a cherished ritual, and a leisurely walk outside evolved into a meditative journey. I realized that in the absence of constant stimulation, my senses became more agile and attentive. The simple joys of life gradually unfolded into a vibrant tapestry of experiences, rich with understated energy. Immersing myself deeper into this lifestyle, I learned that even the most unassuming activities could spark moments of exhilaration. For instance, organizing a closet or arranging a small shelf evolved into a meditative exercise that brought clarity and satisfaction. It was as if each task, stripped of the pressure to be fun or high energy, revealed an inner rhythm waiting to be discovered. This subtle shift allowed me to appreciate the elegance of simplicity and to revel in the joy of mindful engagement. The quiet moments gained a dynamic quality, transforming mundane actions into a ballet of calm and grace. As I continued on this path, the subtle yet thrilling interconnectedness of everyday life became beautifully apparent. The minimalist approach was a deliberate invitation to experience life more intimately. Even the soft hum of a fan in a quiet room, or the gentle rustle of leaves outside, carried an undercurrent of vitality when observed with a mindful heart. I felt that every moment, no matter how ostensibly ordinary, contained an opportunity to explore a deeper connection with the world around me. This approach opened up a reservoir of inner joy that continuously surprised and uplifted me. Over time, I embraced the idea that minimalism encourages us to celebrate life's quiet triumphs rather than constantly pursuing grand, fleeting thrills. I slowly began to realize that what others might dismiss as monotony was rich with understated delights. Every carefully chosen item, every unhurried moment, reflected an intentional act of self-care and reflection. This slow living allowed my mind to wander freely, fostering creativity and emotional clarity. In the soft cadence of a lazy afternoon, I found that the reduction of noise and clutter sharpened my appreciation for every nuance of daily life. It turned the ordinary into an opportunity for genuine discovery and growth. With each passing day, I welcomed the gradual unfolding of beauty in the mundane, understanding that true excitement often lies in the awareness of the present moment and the depth of one's inner world. Reflecting on this journey, I realized that the subtle pleasures of minimalism provide a fresh perspective on life. By tuning into the quiet energy of everyday moments, I discovered that even simplicity can be exhilarating when we allow ourselves the space to truly experience it. Each day, I embraced the calm and welcomed the serene flow of time, learning to find beauty in quiet routines and appreciating the understated magic present in every unassuming detail of life. This mindful journey illuminated life's simple treasures in unexpected, joyful ways, and truly inspiring. Exploring the scientific side of minimalism, I delved into the role of dopamine, a neurotransmitter often linked with pleasure and reward. Our modern world, with its constant digital notifications and quick fixes, exposes us to frequent bursts of dopamine. This chemical messenger is naturally produced in response to gratifying experiences, yet its overabundance can lead to an imbalance in our perception of joy. I began to understand that the rapid-fire stimulation of everyday technology often leaves our brains craving more, creating a cycle where subtle pleasures are easily overshadowed by momentary highs. Intrigued by this concept, I set out to explore the practice of dopamine detox, a period where one deliberately steps back from intensely stimulating activities. By reducing our exposure to digital screens, fast-paced media, and impulsive rewards, I discovered that my brain could recalibrate its natural response to everyday experiences. This intentional pause not only rebalanced my mood, but also heightened my appreciation for simple, measured pleasures. It became evident that by allowing for a controlled reduction in dopamine spikes, a minimalist lifestyle could foster deeper, more sustainable enjoyment. In my journey, I experimented with periods of digital silence and simplicity, allowing my senses to recalibrate. It surprised me how quickly my ability to savor a sunset or enjoy the quiet hum of nature returned. I felt an increasing sense of calm, as if the overwhelming need for constant stimulation had eased, making room for new forms of creativity and self-realization. This softened pace provided the mental and emotional space to embrace life's finer details, transforming everyday moments into genuine celebrations of existence. The scientific insights brought clarity to my minimalist practice. I began to see that the process of detoxing from high-intensity stimuli was akin to resetting a finely tuned instrument. With time, the reduced frequency of dopamine surges allowed my brain's reward system to return to a natural balance, making ordinary experiences more satisfying than ever before. These moments of recalibration encouraged me to engage fully with the present and to look forward to a life where subtle joys are celebrated as intensely as any moment of high excitement. In moments of mindful reflection, I often thought about the intricate balance between stimulation and serenity. I realized that while a burst of excitement could provide instant gratification, it was the quieter, more persistent pleasures that sustained long-term well-being. By consciously stepping away from the digital whirlwind, I allowed my brain to reset, gradually heightening my sensitivity to the natural rhythms of life. This gentle rebalancing encouraged a state of calm alertness, where every simple sensory input gained the ability to spark a ripple of contentment throughout my day. I found that even a slight modification in my routine, such as turning off notifications during dinner or taking a walk without my phone, significantly improved my ability to engage with the present moment. Gradually, I began integrating these practices into my daily life, and the results were transformative. Consistent periods of digital detox and mindful breaks not only enhanced my concentration, but also deepened my enjoyment of life's understated moments. I learned that a recalibrated dopamine response makes each simple experience more vibrant and fulfilling. This scientific edge of minimalism revealed that by consciously managing how and when we seek stimulation, we open the door to a more balanced and meaningful existence. In integrating these insights, I found a harmonious blend of science and art in everyday living. In embracing both the science and the subtle artistry of reductive living, I discovered that each moment can serve as a powerful catalyst for sustainable, genuine happiness beyond all measure. As I reflect on my journey through minimalism, I realize that a rich life in simplicity is anything but boring. What initially appeared as a quiet, uneventful existence has unfolded into a deep, immersive experience full of subtle joys and unexpected revelations. Embracing this lifestyle has taught me that the value of life does not lie in the quantity of our possessions or the pace at which we move, but in the quality of moments we consciously choose to embrace. In the stillness of each day, there lies a profound opportunity to explore and celebrate the beauty of the ordinary. Living minimally has fundamentally reshaped how I experience the world. Eliminating excess has not created a void. Rather, it has cleared the path for intentional living, where every choice is imbued with meaning. I have learned that there is excitement in the quiet moments, a vibrant energy that pulses through still days and calm nights. Even small, seemingly mundane activities have become milestones of self-discovery and emotional wellness. Each deliberate action not only conserves resources, but also nurtures my inner world, inviting creativity and mindfulness in every passing moment. Examining the journey, I recognize that minimalism is a dynamic practice, continually evolving to meet my needs and aspirations. It is a mindful process of reconnecting with the present, peeling back the layers of modern chaos to reveal a core of profound simplicity. In this uncluttered space, I have found not just a means to save time or money, but a framework for richer experiences and deeper emotional connections. This practice has illuminated new ways to experience joy, grounding me in a reality where every moment counts. In conclusion, a minimalist lifestyle invites us to slow down and engage with life in a way that is both deliberate and enriching. It encourages us to confront and overcome societal pressures that equate busyness with worth. By stepping back and reassessing what truly matters, I have uncovered a reservoir of inner strength and creativity. This journey has reinforced the idea that simplicity is not synonymous with lack, but rather with abundance, a plentiful supply of rich, meaningful moments cultivated through mindful living. Ultimately, the minimalist life has reshaped my perception of what it means to live fully. It is a constant reminder to appreciate each small, deliberate moment, transforming everyday routines into opportunities for growth and self-connection. By embracing a simpler, more intentional way of living, I have found that the richness of life emerges not from grand gestures, but from the quiet, consistent act of being present. This ongoing practice of mindful minimalism continues to inspire me to seek a deeper, more rewarding connection with the world and feel grateful.